V. I am not black.
What's rhyming right here, man? Look, solar flash is coming. I've been letting y'all know. I've been showing you all the spiritual stuff been going on in this sky. All the things that you're gonna see real soon, right after this eclipse, because this eclipse is gonna reveal a lot of shit. Man, get your seatbelts on because you headed for a ride. Y'all think these bridge things, man, is something? Man, this ain't shit. You can't shoot at something you can't see, man. You can't arrest something you can't stop or see. You can't do any of that, man. So I'm telling you, a lot of people ain't gonna make it through this shit, man, because this shit is gonna be some scary shit, man. Scary shit.
You got to have your heart fixed. That's why I said in these end days, a many gonna have their heart gonna fail them for the things they getting ready to see. Because see, this transition is not gonna stop because you don't understand. You don't get it. You know, to you it's a myth, it's a laugh joke, it's shit you seen in a sci-fi goddamn movie. See, whether you ready for it or not, it's still finna take forth. You will have a heart attack and die on the fucking spot. Cause this is shit they showed you in the movies, but they knew what was coming. They gave you Will Smith Independence Day because they knew what was coming. They always gave you Star Trek and shit like that because they know what's coming. And they gave it to us for entertainment.
Because this message is going to be of an extremely important nature. Okay. We are coming into a time of, how can I say that? We're coming into a time of reckonance. The time where retribution is going to be taking place. That's the word, retribution. We're coming into a time of retribution. Okay. And what's going on? And what we have to understand is that this solar eclipse that's coming up is going to be of one of the most powerful areas that we will have taken part of in our lifetime. All right. I don't know if you all remember, I did a short message saying that, there will be creatures coming from the deep during the solar eclipse that's coming up, because I felt that in my spirit. And that's all that I could give you. My mother calls me like probably, let's see, it's 4:54. That probably would have been about 30 minutes ago. I talked to her and she was in a state of deep meditation. I told you my mother is a powerful sorceress. She is. She's that type of woman. She can literally speak something in existence and it will literally happen like immediately. My mother is a very powerful sorceress. Oh my goodness, that woman. Whoo! So I come from two very powerful bloodlines, seriously. She said she was in a state of deep meditation and she doesn't know how long she was in meditation, but what she saw was during the eclipse, she says the eclipse is going to last about 5 or 10 minutes, is what she said. And she's like, during the eclipse, creatures from the deep are going to come up from the ground. And she said they're just going to appear on the land. And she said that they're going to be going after the Saxons. She said white people, okay? She said they're going to be going after the Saxons. Hello, Medina from Bronx, New York. And she said they remember their destruction when the Saxons came here and were fighting, we were fighting. She says the creatures remember the Saxons when they fought against them. Okay? And she says these creatures are going to be going after them, none of us as the original people. She said they're not going to target us, but she says they're going after them. And she says even their own creatures that they created as dogs, she saw their dogs turning on them during the time of the great eclipse. Okay? So what we're looking at is truly a shift, because this is something I saw, and this was a couple weeks ago, and I don't think my mother saw the video, but she told me after meditation, she says there are so many creatures that were ancient to this planet that they killed as we fought. And she says when we fell, they had the free reign of destroying these creatures. So you got to understand, brothers and sisters, what's going on. We have to understand My mother said this sacred truths. All right, this is my mother. We've got to understand that when we fell from a frequency. See, everything that deals with this realm is from here and here. Your heart and mind combines together, strengthens your soul. What up? All right, what's going on? So your heart and mind together strengthens your soul. Your soul is that part of you that's connected directly to the cosmos. The cosmic part of you literally is the thing that changes the complete dynamics of this realm. Why do you think these sections out here, we talked about how they all of a sudden, the Jewish synagogue want to put pictures of a black Jesus. That's what they say, black Jesus. They got pictures of an original man and say, this is Jesus. All of a sudden you got Pope. You got the Pope. He's kissing the feet of so-called black people. All right. But right now their Pope has got cancer. All right. Their Pope has got cancer. Then you got Vladimir Putin. Oh, we're going to open up the chambers and we're showing that these are the original people, but they don't want to call us Atlanteans. They want to say children of Israel because they don't want to acknowledge who we are as the original beings, as Atlanteans. All right. So working on a survival strategy. Why are you working on a survival strategy? You must be Saxon if you're working on a survival strategy, because the original people, we ain't got to work on no survival strategy. So this is what's taking place. So it's so much that's going on right now. All right. It's so much that's going on right now. So we know that there's a shift in the energy in the land. So the creatures coming up from the deep, we've seen them so many times. And we don't even know that these are creatures that came from the deep. These are ancient creatures. When you watch the show Pokemon, when you watch the show Pokemon, my son and I were just talking because we did a study. We literally studied Pokemon. Y'all going to do y'all deep down study on the show Pokemon. And what we realized is that these were creatures that actually existed here in this realm. All right. You say because people will come at me. That's why no Saxon here. Who gonna come at you? Nobody. At the point of this great eclipse, our entire mindset is going to be changing as it's working, as it's changing now. Our entire everything. We're the original. So who's going to be coming at you? These Saxons already have armies already created. What are these armies created for? Because they know what war is going to be taking place. That's why they got their mankind counterparts coming to this land. And what are they doing? They tell you got to sign up for the military. Why do you got to sign up for the military? Because this land right here, this is the motherland of this realm. This land, Atlantis, is the motherland of this realm. And this is where many of the creatures of the deep are going to come from. Most of what you call dinosaurs, which are ancient dragons, their bones are found in this land, mostly this land.
You will see those chariots of gods. You will see many of them up in your skies. I'm talking about big chariots in your skies. It's coming. Some people already seeing them. Other countries, Russia and all of them, are seeing them on a regular. They're not going to hide themselves anymore just because you're not ready. Y'all call them UFOs. Those are the chariots of God, of the gods, with apostrophes. See, he said, let's make men in our image. So if he said, let's make men in our image, it means he was talking to somebody. And if it's only just one God, ain't no one God gonna say, let's make men in our image. Who is our image? You have to be talking to somebody. There are many gods. You are gods. Accept that shit. Just accept it. You need to walk around and say, I am a God. And treat yourself as a God. And don't let nobody treat you as a very God. And respect others that look like you as gods and goddesses. You all are gods. All are gods. And once we come to their realization, the moment we come to that, is when we start healing. Because we're going to love each other more. We're going to be more respectful to one another. We're going to want to help one another. We're going to see the good in one another. The love frequency is here. And you can practice it right now. By the changing and the renewal of your mind and your heart. It starts with self first, though. It really does. It starts with yourself first. love you all. I love you. I love you. I love you all. I love you all. Stay from the people, places, and things. If it's not energy rising, and if it's not, it's my daughter Queen calling. I gotta call her back. If it's not of the betterment of you, if it's not lifting your soul, if it's not lifting your spirit, if some things I know that we already done outgrown, but just cause we boring and don't want to be, just cause we don't want to be bored, we just hang in it and do that thing that we know we done outgrown.
See, many do not fathom the power we have as primordial deities. These Saxons have not a chance. They never had a chance. The only chance that they had was putting us in fear. Bullets, guns, their so-called court systems, where they say that they make the rules and they make the decisions on our lives. They put us behind bars on our own land. You understand what the fuck is going on? They need us to remain in a sleep state. Well, you need you to pay these bills. Oh, you got to pay tabs every year. You got to pay this money so that you can drive your vehicle on your own land. We're bringing it all to a close, brothers and sisters. This is no joke. This is no play around. This is no fantasy. This is no gimmick. This is reality that we're dealing with. And this great solar eclipse is literally going to be bringing a lot of things alive that these Saxon beings thought were dead. I mean, right now the energy is shifting, and I'm reading reports after reports after reports. We thought this creature was extinct, and it showed up on the map. We thought this sea creature was extinct. Everything that they thought was extinct is returning back. Why? Because we woke up. That's what it took us. Trying to see what these jabs finna do. Don't even worry about that stuff, all right? When we shift, everything that was a part of us will no longer be a part of us, okay? So don't even worry about that crap, all right? That's another distraction, all right? That's another distraction. Sometimes I act like I have cancer to get out of work. That's so funny. You act like you got cancer to get out of work. Oh, I'm guessing Yu-Gi-Oh is real. Well, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh dealt with the dragons, all right? And this is something that, you know, all these creatures, you got to understand. They just didn't create these creatures. You're talking about a type of species. These Saxon beings are a type of species that just can't create something straight from their mind because their pineal glands are literally, they have no pineal glands. Your pineal glands is literally what opens you up to creativity. They don't have that. So they have to recreate things that were already in existence. And then they put it in the form of a cartoon to make you think that, oh, this is just a cartoon. This was somebody made up. In reality, it wasn't. Look at Yu-Gi-Oh! What does he have around his neck? He has a orgone pyramid around his neck. But they have it upside down. But in reality, the orgone pyramid that was around our necks was right side up. They had to turn it upside down. All right. It was actually right side up that we had. And we had these little orgone pyramids around our neck, and they were right side up. Actually, I had one right here, like in the car right here. So we had the we had the little orgone pyramids, and we had hooks on the very top of them. And these hooks, and we had them around our necks with little hooks on the top of it. And that was one of our customs that we have. You had to understand, brothers and sisters, that we are an ancient people. All right. There's no other beings on this planet older than us. We so-called African Americans are the ancient ones. We have been here. If you want to talk about calendar years, we have been here forever. All right. And what do we say? Our planet is was 968, 800 something nanillion years. That's like way farther than a freaking trillion billion years. That's bigger than a quintillion, bigger than a septillion. You're talking about nanillion. We have been here forever. And these Saxon beings are scared because they know who we are. But now we're bringing ourselves back into this concept. They're telling us, oh, they've been here 400 years, but it's not even that, because they've shifted the timeline so many times. That's why brothers and sisters always posting, how is it 2024 when this planet has been here this long? How is it 2024? They haven't been here 2,000 years. They haven't been here 6,000 years. If you want to talk years, they've been here in a couple, maybe 200 years. But then they told us 400 years. But see, they fucked our minds up because we really didn't know what time was. But, you know, the time scale that they created and kept changing, we really didn't understand it. We didn't understand it. So now they're starting to figure things out that, okay, well, we can't trick them anymore. So they're not trying to find something different. You said Digimon is artificial version. They got a lot of artificial cartoons, but the thing about it is they have a lot of reality in the cartoons. So if you watch the cartoons, you have to watch the cartoons with your third eye. You don't have to watch it for entertainment. It's not for entertainment. Anytime I watch things like that, like the cartoons and all that, and I watch Yu-Gi-Oh! I watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Not for entertainment. I watched it for educational purposes only, to educate myself, to strengthen my spirit, to strengthen my soul, to understand who I am, to understand the powers that we can do, what we can do. So they had creatures fighting against creatures, just like on Pokemon. They had creatures fighting against creatures because their whole thing is to create entertainment through people fighting and beings fighting and killing each other. Not building and creating and protecting, but fighting and killing each other. That's their form of entertainment. That's the whole thing of the cathedral, you know, and having creatures and men fight and all this stuff here, having bloodshed, not knowing that we not knowing that we're supposed to be in that mode of creating a new reality, but we allowed them to control our reality with the reality that they wanted us to see. Now we have to see things in a completely different eye. Understand that. All right. When will we fight? We're fighting now. We can fight back. We're fighting back now. You use the spirit. What we talking about? We talking about going to the astral realms, tapping into the spirit realm. I just did the video, guys, showing you guys, hey, I'm opening up the gateways and the portals. Sister Shirley says, well, you gotta open up the gateways on all four corners. Can't do that until April 8th. The vortex over the mainlands and this land called Turtle Island is the mainland of this realm. From Canada all the way down to the Panamanian Canal going into the islands is all a part of Turtle Island, which is Atlantis. All right. Then you have the lower part of Atlantis, which would be South America. All right. That's the lower part of Atlantis. All right. So we're looking at things that are in a counterclockwise motion, like right now. In many parts of South America, you got creatures. Gargoyles have already returned, and they've shown that they got gargoyles literally on top of buildings. They've been trying to kill these beings, and they can't kill them because they're bulletproof. They're on top of buildings. They're flying around. Go and look. When you get a chance, go and check out gargoyles in South America, and you're going to see them standing on top of buildings, on top of light poles. Yes, on top of structures. They're flying around every day. Gargoyles were a part of our culture. All right. They're part of our culture. But what happens is after this great solar eclipse, the solar eclipse is literally going to be over Atlantis. Why Atlantis? Because Atlantis is the mainland. This is where all the power comes. This is who we are. The gods, the true primordial deities of this realm. We're the ones who literally are the ones, the protectors, what they call guardians of the galaxy. Okay. Loch Ness Monster, which is literally nothing but a Leviathan. What they call Loch Ness Monster, or Leviathan. What's going on, Letitia? What's going on? Culture Live, Jules being dropping. Yeah, that's what we all about. Use your imagination. Yeah, your imagination. So when you talk about your imagination, check this out. You're creating an image in your head. You created an image in your mind, your brain, which is your brain is the most powerful organism in your body. All right, your brain outside of your heart. So because your brain is the one that creates the image, and it's your heart that literally causes it to be seen. That your heart is that magnetic field that causes it to be seen. Okay. So you have to use your imagination. So by all of us going into the astral realm, so many of us going into the astral realm, changing the entire dynamics of this realm. All right. That's why they constantly talk, oh, we ran out the P. Diddy. Or we did this after Oprah. All of a sudden they want to talk about something that happened in Florida at the beginning of this calendar year. But in reality, the thing happened in 2023. And it happened in January 2023. But then they say, oh, yeah, this happened right here. And there were aliens. So Mr. BBB33 put that on front. It's like, well, no. This happened. And he went and looked at the calendar. They said, this happened January, this 2023. So he's like, is this something reoccurring? Or is this, they're just bringing, see, what they do is they bring things out to keep us in a sleep state. Or say the aliens were in the mall and these guys were shooting firecrackers. This happened last year. These guys shooting firecrackers in the mall, fighting each other. Yes, that was something that been happened. So you see what I'm saying? You have to use your spirit and your soul to decipher what your enemy is doing, because the only thing they're constantly doing is trying to keep you in a sleep state. They're trying to bring you back into that sleep state so that they can take control of this realm. And we have to bring ourselves into this awakened state so we can take full control of everything. My mother told me about that. I said, that's confirmation. That was true confirmation. Let's see here. Go study Ben 10. Yes, I watched Ben 10. Yes, I watched Ben 10. This is all things that we know. That's a part of us. What isn't a distraction? This world is in a way all distraction. No, the world's not a distraction. It's a system that they created. When you say a world, you got to remember, when they say the end of the world, you're talking about the end of a system, the end of an era that was created. See, we had many different eras on this world. We talked about the Iron Age. We talked about the Crystal Age. We talked about, like, we're in the Wooden Age. Seriously. We talked about the Golden Age. We talked about the age of the giants. We talked about these are different eras, worlds. But these Saxons brought an era to us, the age of money, which was a distraction to keep us in a sleep state. The age of money. Yes. I take my hair off and breathe really slow. It works like a charm. Yes, that breathing, your breathing exercise. Ooh, that's a beautiful thing. You're breathing. And you start feeling that Kundalini energy rising up through you. And then that Kundalini, and when you feel the top of your head vibrating, that's your crown chakra. That's that Christ energy. That's your crown chakra just vibrating. And then it sends the energy straight back down through your body. And this is where you're able to literally work the forces of nature. Yes. Imagine obelisk tormentor being real. I mean, come on now. We had obelisks everywhere. And these obelisks were literally like points where photon energy and certain energies would hit the obelisk and shoot that energy across the land. This is something that's ancient. The world is the enemy. Okay, Andy Diago, however you want to think it. Red Eye Dragon type shit. Yep. New Yorkers have stopped paying their property taxes. They done with this. Hey, Detroiters are getting ready to start doing the same thing. We tired of this shit. Seriously. Yep, that Superman shit. Feeling the sense of liberation. Check out the revolution in Africa right now. Yeah, I see them. I'm watching the brothers and sisters in the land called Africa. All right. And they're under some deep, deep shit. You got so many different so-called countries trying to subdue them. They just broke off from France. They're telling Britain, you know what? You need to get the fuck on. They're creating armies to fight back. All right. And this is where we're supposed to be right now. But so many of us want to remain colonized. It's like we're forced to be with these beings. And the creatures of the deep are going to come and they're going to help us to rectify this shit. See, we told you, brothers and sisters, if you want to talk magical, there's something magical that's going to happen after April 8th. They already know they have military, they have armies ready to fight. That's why the sister made the video say, all y'all so-called black people who in this military, y'all need to get the fuck out of this military because what y'all getting ready to come against, you can't fight against. Understand that? Yep, feel like Exodia. I've never seen Exodia. Get powers back. Get us powerful. Extremely important. Grand elevation to you. Quest for the truth. Are we supposed to be the only race here? What's up with others? I know Saxon's going. What's up with the other races? Other than the Ogs. Let me tell you something. There's no such thing as races. We're gonna put it like that. There are no such thing as races. They're species, and we are the only species that's supposed to be on this planet. Now there are those who were brought here by other alien type creatures and created, but they were all put here as well to keep us in a sleep state because they're working. It's like a conglomerate to keep us in a sleep state because they want to control the galaxy. See, there are other areas of energy and other areas of power that we haven't been privy to that we've got to bring ourselves into this alignment. Okay, the difference between us and not us data, we have 72 hours in one day. They now have 3 minutes. Yeah, well, I heard a brother trying to break down hours and try to prepare hours to horrors and all that. I was like, this is garbage. It's garbage. That was a long time ago. I was like, they created all this shit right here because it's all about time for them. All right. That's what it's all about. They're trying to control time. And that's the whole thing. If they can control time, they can control our minds. Now we're breaking away from time. And now we're realizing that we can shift time. All right. So even today, it's supposed to be Saturday, but we don't know what day it is. The days of the week really don't exist. All right. They gave homage to different beings that's supposed to be a part of us. All right. Like Tuesday is Mercury. Wednesday is Mercury. Let me see. Monday is the moon. Sunday is the sun. Tuesday is Mars. Wednesday is Mercury. Thursday is Venus. Friday is, oh my goodness. Saturday is Saturn. And Friday is, I think Friday is Jupiter. So these are different planetary beings that they see as gods that they gave homage to, and they pulled us off of our chart of where we're supposed to be by getting us caught up in all these different days. Was they feel like if they could worship these beings and if they could sacrifice beings to these planets, then something can happen for them great. You understand this? So there are no hours and all, and they say, well, we're going to divide the energies and we're going to create 24 hours and this and this. That doesn't exist. The hours don't exist. Okay. What if you're not in the path of totality during the eclipse? It's not so much of the path of totality. Y'all don't follow that. All right. What they're trying to say is wherever the eclipse happens, and that path is going to be complete destruction. We're talking about destruction everywhere because they don't understand the magnitude of what's going to take place. It's going to happen in the middle of the fucking sky. All right. When you talk about, it says 11 a.m. Pacific time. They say 11 a.m. Pacific time. So you know how to do the whole time thing, the time zone thing. So if it's 11 a.m., then it's going to be 2 p.m. Eastern time. But the whole thing about it is this is literally going to be a shift. So don't pay attention to these Saxons because they don't really understand the complete totality of what's going to take place. And this is why you get the information. This is what's going to take place. We're going to shift.
Raw TV. I am not black. I am not black.